Cole Williams here again. It's been great talking to you about the main issues of the book Toxic Ties Trilogy, which is my latest fiction novel. We've talked about, the fact that living in a technological age and dating can be very difficult because some of those old-fashioned principles are pretty much lost throughout the way, and the screen is pretty much what people rely on rather than that human face-to-face interaction. And then the other issue would be also at 30 being single and the pressures that women, and not only women but men, feel at that age to settle down. Settling down and actually settling are two different things, and she pretty much is trying so hard not to settle but to settle down. And then the other issue was self-reflection and how some people just pretty much run away from that issue, whether it be because who wants to stay in the past too long, because a lot of times people do have hurtful situations that have taken place that they want to move on from, but at the same time looking back and actually dealing with those demons can be very beneficial for the future. So with that being said, I can't wait to just read a little bit of it, and we're going to do that right now. So what I'm going to read would be the disclaimer, and it pretty much goes a little something like this. No, I'm just playing. Okay, it says, since the millennium is highly flammable, it's hard for women to keep their cool, especially the single ones. In a nation under the spell of tits and ass, the hot sells before you can yell fire. Matches are struck without precaution, and the growing fire catches one's eye without censorship. The alluring blaze can spread so rapidly, so wildly, no emergency team can extinguish the flame. As the rage continues, the ringlets are at risk, and color-coded cures are limited for this growing epidemic, this single shockwave that has reached the forefront. In this danger zone, they must be the most careful. Being single is bloody business. They are already warned that good monogamous men are an endangered species. So the singles' well-being is at stake, but they experience little sympathy. Being in this state of emergency is not going to get the confetti tossed or the trumpets blown. Instead, every single day, those with this relationship status are subjected to being teased, interrogated, penalized, and therefore traumatized in some way. Yes, panic buttons are prematurely pushed by family, friends, and foe. These matrimony pushers have been conditioned to react to the unattached in this way, leaving this demographic oftentimes pitied and plagued. Singles are exploding and imploding left and right. Although this is a national concern, please remember, in some color-coded neighborhoods, the police arrive late, if at all. Dion's Her Story is an uncensored ballad of a badass bachelorette. Proceed with caution. Okay, so that was just the beginning, and then, of course, the prologue pretty much catches people up, the people up. If you've read the first one, you know exactly where she is. If you haven't, you at least kind of get a feel for what she's about to have happen to her, which is a nightmare in itself. But one thing about these women, they are strong and capable of getting out of sticky situations. But one thing about all of my novels, a core theme would definitely be love will save the day. Love will actually conquer all. So once again, signing off, I'm Nicole Williams. Thank you so much for listening and clicking, and I appreciate your feedback. See you next time.